holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Right to the air is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's Walker to start the drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and during this Colorado house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fourth down, Cousins. This is Fant. Oh, what a catch. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his tight end Fant, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Goodwin able to haul it in. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up first and goal.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Again, Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll try and run. Walker. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm it for a loss shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the ball is going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, much-needed boost defensively there. I mean, that really one of the first things that's gone right for him in this first half.
No question about it, partner. We've seen this before. You've got an offense that doesn't have any points yet. Go out and make a play on D. Then you head back to the sideline saying, we got you the football back. Now let's see what you can do with it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A second down throw for Cousins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now Cousins on 4th down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Attack! Yellow. Come on, baby.
Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
When that works, your offensive coordinator looks like a genius. When it doesn't, at least folks saying, what are you doing? Down here, I'd rather have my tailback running off tackle than something off the radar like this.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They fake the give. Now Mahomes finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Yellow. Let's get it. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash in a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. As time expires in the first half.
And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play. And 2 more for good measure. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, this could start getting a little more interesting.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Running right, here's Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. D. Eskridge, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
It's complete. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Go, baby. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is...
Yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing...
That's crazy. They stopped the play.
The same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Goodwin. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Cousins now from the 50.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense court.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Cousins will try and throw. That is incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, who picked off the last one? What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
T.J. Watt in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. And he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. On first down, Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Hasn't been a lot of comfort in the pocket. He's been under pressure all day.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Instead of taking another hit, he just heaved that one away. I'd love to see him be able to stand in there and make the throw and try and pick it up on 3rd down. But I'm not the one in there taking the hits either, so I totally cannot blame him for that one. Those hits are definitely catching up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. But for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Here's Walker.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what? It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That goes for a gain of 31. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Mahomes to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Mahomes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Mahomes.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Cousins. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost